Hi, everybody, welcome back. It is a lovely sunny day outside today, and I have a new hobby. I am planting stuff. I'm trying to plant everything from scratch just for fun and to experiment. And yes, I have three Tupper containers with apricot seeds in the fridge right now, and they still have to stay there until the second week of January. I see two had already cracked open, so I have high hopes that at least those two will grow. I've planted lemon pips and now have five tiny lemon trees. I planted red and yellow pepper seeds and they all grew, so much so that I had run out of space. I planted papaya seeds and have a handful of tiny papaya trees. But I must say, as far as the papaya trees are concerned, I don't know whether they will actually survive. I planted watermelon seeds and cantaloupe, sweet melon seeds, and they are all already about 2 inches high. The problem is that they, and I mean all of them, are in pots and containers. So soon, very soon, I will need a proper yard to plant all of it in. Anyway, I also have six tomato plants and three potato plants as well. Anyway, Royals, let's talk Royals. Now, look, I'm battling to get going with some hard hitting, serious stuff. So, this week I'm just going to ramble on about random royal stuff, okay? So, don't go running off and don't go and unsubscribe. At the beginning of each year, I change things around a little on my videos, or I change the intro or the format just to keep it semi interesting. And after the New Year's weekend, we'll do so again, and then we will get back to the nitty gritty, the nasty, and the salacious. Now we are just chatting, and today's subject concerns the new Duke of Edinburgh and his lovely family. It was so nice to see all four of them together at Sandringham this year. I find it hard to believe that Lady Louise is already studying at university. I mean, she's at St Andrews in Scotland. It feels like only yesterday when I paged through a magazine and in one of the photographs, Louise looked so shy and to one side. But turning the page, there she was, standing by her grandfather, Prince Philip's knee, and he was, or it looked like he was, peeling some fruit for her, or at least, as I said, that's how it looked. And I remembered thinking, oh, thank goodness, someone is noticing the little mite and paying attention to her. She was so tiny and so pale. And I mean, look at her now, tall, regal, and very attractive. Her brother James turned 16 a while ago, and I see he is already taller than his father. I predict that the new Earl of Wessex will be a looker one day, and I'm very curious to see what he will do with his life. I see him as an architect or something sort of semi artistic yet professional, but that's just me. I may be completely wrong. I really, however, hope that at least one of Edward's children will become a working royal. I mean, George is only 10, and the youngest, Louis, only 4. And somehow, I think William will likely become king before George turns 21. And when George's turn comes, he too will need support. So I really hope that James will one day decide to take over from his father. His father, Prince Edward, the Duke of Edinburgh, is this year's third hardest working royal. Yes, indeed, although the year isn't officially over yet, the tally had already been made. And once again, the hardest working royal is Princess Anne with a whopping 457 engagements this past year. I mean, that's more than one per day. The king was second with 425 engagements, Prince Edward third with 297, so at least he had a couple of weekends off. Camilla fourth with 233 engagements, and Sophie fifth with 219 engagements. Prince Edward has now fully stepped into his father's shoes and diligently carrying out the duties concerning the Duke of Edinburgh award scheme. And this alone had Edward travel quite a bit this year. Edward, for instance, travelled to Turkey, among other places, to attend an award ceremony, and I think he also travelled to Germany. I can't remember, but there are quite a number of places he went to with regards to the awards. From there, from Turkey, he travelled to Ankara, where he laid a wreath at the mausoleum. So, I mean, we don't always even know about these things, but if I look at his list of engagements on the royal website, I think Edward was busier than he had ever been. Last year, he had something like 123 engagements. So, yes, his engagements more than doubled this year. Like is always the case, the hardest working royals, like Anne and Edward, are mostly doing their work without fanfare, and thank God for that. Can you imagine having had another Harry and Meghan parading all over the show? Now, at least when we hear about the engagements, we can appreciate it, compliment them, and that is it. I mean, and they're quite happy to do it that way. And that, my dear folks, is what Megan does not understand. That is what service is. Everything else, the way Megan wants to do it, wanting to be photographed whenever she's at an event and wanting to be numero uno and be in the center and the middle and in front, that is not service. Or at least I think it is called self-service. Okay, guys, so off I go. I will see you as soon as I can. I'm still packing up the house and pottering about here and there. Next week, we'll really start the big jobs. There's still a window that needs to be replaced because Dragon Man knocked it out with a broom. All kinds of things. So, yes, we will be doing all of that starting next week. Okay, guys and girls, I hope you are all well taken care of, and if not, then take care of yourself. Until we meet again on the next one. Bye.